Evan Matthews was 25 years old. He had soft brown hair, blue eyes, and a calm way of speaking. He came from a normal middle-class family. They didn't have much money, but they had big dreams, especially for Evan. Ever since he was young, Evan was taught to be smart, polite, and serious about life. His parents always told him, "One day you'll carry this family forward." But they didn't mean through hard work. They meant through marriage. When Evan turned 24, his parents arranged a marriage for him. The girl's name was Claire Whitmore, rich, powerful, and beautiful in the way most people thought mattered. Blonde hair, tall, expensive clothes, and perfect skin. Her family owned one of the top fashion companies in the country, Whitmore Luxe. Evan didn't love her. He never did. But he agreed to marry her for his parents, for his future, and because he was scared of saying no. Claire loved him. Or maybe she loved the idea of him. She was obsessed with him, always watching him, always wanting him close. To the outside world, they looked like the perfect power couple. To Evan, it felt like prison in a golden cage. Soon after the wedding, Claire gave Evan a powerful job in her family company, CEO of Whitmore Luxe. Everyone in the office respected him, but they also whispered. They knew Claire controlled everything, and Claire made sure of it. She decided what he wore. She decided where they lived. She even decided who he could talk to. But Evan stayed quiet. He tried to convince himself he was happy. Until she arrived. One rainy Monday morning, the office was filled with the usual sound of heels, keyboards, and coffee orders. Then, the elevator doors opened, and she stepped out. Her name was Zora Allen. She was black, young, and beautiful. She had deep brown skin, big, soft eyes, and long natural hair tied up neatly. She wore simple clothes, but she carried herself like a queen. There was something different about her, something calm and strong. She was the new creative designer at Whitmore Luxe. She came with talent, big ideas, and a quiet confidence. The first time Evan saw her, his breath caught. She didn't smile at him like the others did. She didn't fake anything. She just looked him in the eye and nodded. From that moment, everything started to change. What Evan didn't know was that Claire knew Zora. They went to the same high school. Claire was the popular rich girl. Zora was the smart, quiet one on scholarship. And Claire hated her. She bullied her, laughed at her, spread lies about her. She made Zora's life a nightmare. But Zora never broke. She disappeared after high school, but now she was back. Not for friendship, not for peace, but for revenge. Evan found reasons to walk past Zora's office. He invited her to small meetings that didn't need her. He stayed longer at work. Claire started noticing. "Why are you always working late?" she asked. "Deadlines," he lied. But it wasn't the work. It was her. Zora didn't try to get close to Evan, but she also didn't push him away. She was kind, honest, and nothing like the world he came from. She challenged his ideas. She made him laugh. She looked at him like a man, not a trophy. Evan started to change. He stopped answering Claire's texts. He missed family dinners. He started feeling again. Evan doesn't know the full truth about Zora and Claire's past. He doesn't know that Zora is hiding a secret plan, and he doesn't know that Claire is watching, closer than ever. But one thing is clear, Evan is falling in love, and love, when forced or stolen, always comes at a cost. Evan didn't understand what was happening to him. All he knew was Zora made him feel alive again. At first, he told himself it was nothing, just respect, just admiration. But deep down, he knew it was more. Her voice stayed in his head. Her laugh warmed his chest. Her eyes made him feel seen. Zora wasn't like anyone he knew. She was real. She didn't fake smiles. She didn't try to impress anyone. She just was. And Evan kept finding reasons to be near her. One night, Zora stayed late to finish a design. Evan offered to help. She hesitated, but nodded. They sat together in the quiet office. The city lights blinked outside the tall windows. The air was soft, still. They worked side by side, sharing coffee, sharing ideas, sharing silence. And for a while, Evan forgot he was married. He forgot about Claire. He forgot about the deal. He just watched Zora sketch. The way her fingers danced across the paper, the little crease between her eyebrows when she was focused. It felt like peace. Claire sat alone in their glass mansion, holding her wine glass, staring out at the driveway. Evan was always late now. He barely touched her anymore. He barely looked at her. She watched him through cold eyes. Is he bored? Or is it something else? But she never thought of Zora. She had forgotten all about the shy scholarship girl from high school, the one she used to mock and ignore. To Claire, Zora didn't even exist. One evening, after another late work session, Evan walked Zora out. It was a soft night. The city lights glowed orange. Cars passed by. Streetlights hummed. They walked in silence for a while, side by side. I always wondered what it would feel like to work somewhere like this, Zora said softly. And now that I'm here, it's strange. I don't feel like I belong. You do, Evan replied, too quickly, then quieter. You belong here more than anyone. She looked at him, that look again, but she didn't say anything, and neither did he. Back in her small apartment, Zora sat on the floor, holding an old high school photo in her hand. Claire was in the picture, smiling in her expensive clothes. Zora was in the background, forgotten, invisible. She ran her fingers across the photo. So much had changed. But Zora hadn't forgotten. She remembered every laugh behind her back, every cruel nickname, every hallway she walked alone while Claire ruled the school. And now, fate had brought them back together. Claire's husband falling for the same girl she once bullied. Oh, how life changes. Evan knew he was in trouble. Every time Zora spoke, he leaned in too close. Every time she smiled, his heart beat too fast. Every time she walked away, he wanted to follow. He started missing dinners, ignoring calls. He'd sit alone in his car outside her apartment just to feel near her. But Zora never invited him in. Not yet. She was waiting, watching, letting him come closer, slowly. One night, Claire looked up from her side of the bed and said, "You don't look at me the same anymore." Evan stood by the window, shirt half buttoned, distant. "I'm just tired," he replied. Claire nodded, but her eyes didn't believe him. The next night, Evan waited until Claire was asleep. Then he slipped out quietly, got in his car, drove through the night streets. He didn't know where he was going, but somehow he always ended up near Zora. He didn't knock. He didn't call. He just sat there, headlights off, heart racing, watching the light under her window, wondering what she was thinking, wondering if she felt the same. Zora is planning something. Claire is starting to connect the dots, and Evan is falling fast. But the deeper he falls, the more dangerous everything becomes. And love born in shadows never stays hidden for long.